Hello, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my current Ork army. As I said in the intro, we're going to be having a look at my current Ork army. If you haven't already subscribed, please grab your chopper and subscribe, hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button so that you never miss an upload. So we're going to try and do some panning again. Let's see how this works out. Ooh. And that's about right, isn't it? Can I zoom out? Is it going to let me zoom out? No, it isn't. So I'll do a mechanical zoom. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Anyway, I'll have to get everything in. So, yes, here we have the remainder of my Ork army. So, a little while back, I was getting rid of my Orks. And I sold the majority of them. I think I originally paid somewhere around £80 to £100 on them. And I got a little bit more than that back, which is always good. And I still have a lot of models left over. I haven't bought any more models since, with the exception of, technically, I bought a metal mega knob with which to make some clones from. So all of these ones are built and I've got a little bit of paint on them. There are some extra models which I'll go over in a second. But not an excessive amount. So what have we got here? We've got a good 12 of the Gretchen left over. The reason I kind of kept some was so that when my kids play, Orks are a good army to play with. So there is some Orks. Whoops. I actually kept at least one model of each from the Battle for Vedros rulebook. That's what I kept hold of, at least one war track, which is technically just in the index now, so that will be dead soon, no doubt. One Death Copter, which is in the back, which is still relevant. I've got 12 of the Looters. Is this one going to be? I can't remember if this is the one that I had to re-glue his feet back on. But this is a Looter Boy, which has got, we have got 12 of them. Again, usable in kill team. Gretchen, usable in kill team. We have got, I'm doing this in a really random order. I've got some knobs here. I've got 5 knobs. Well, technically I've got more, but 5 slugger chopper knobs. Just in case you want a little bit more attackage and a bit more woundage. So that is this guy right here. These ones, again, are from the Battle for Vedros, which is also like the Assault and Black Reach. This one here is an exception in that he has a cloned body. So his head, his arms, and this little bit on his back has not been cloned, but the rest of him has. So his legs and his body. It's actually a good way to get like twice the amount of models out of the knob set, which is handy. So this guy, yeah, again, this one was made from parts from the actual knob box set, but with the exception of his cloned body, which in my opinion, you can't even tell, to be honest. I mean, you can if you like properly looking, but again, from this distance on the board, it just blends right in. So we have also got a unit of shooter boys, so not much. So in fact, there's actually 8. So I need to put a big shooter in or a rocket launcher in, and a knob to make it legit. So this is one of the knobs, the exception knobs. Good gosh, I should be careful how I say that. He's got combi scorcher, which is always fun. I do like shooter boys. I don't know why I didn't keep many more, but I kept enough to just have at least one squad. I do love the shooter boys. This one I think was a conversion from your basic easy to build ones, and here is a model with a cloned gun. I was running out of shooters when I was making them up, so I cloned a shooter. From this side it looks cool, but from the top it's a little bit hit or miss, but again it fits into the Orks aesthetics, if you will. We also have a what do you call him? I'm trying to call him a slaver, but he's not. He is the runt herder, and he's got the attack squig and the prod, because in Battle for Vedros I think it has extra special rules, which means it can hit the dreadnought back from Battle for Vedros. He's got a whip as well, just for fun, and a pistol on his hip. So he's got a lot of stuff going on, this guy. So he is obviously an elite choice. We have the Slugger Chopper Boys just here with my conversion that I made for my Commander Orks. He has the body from the mech body from the Looters and Burners, and he's got a Burner mask on, and he's got a cigar, and he's got the little Gretchen on his backpack, which is always cool. Slugger, Power Claw. I play him again in Kill Team often as a Commander Nob. Oh, Earthquake. What else have we got? We have got, so obviously the standard Slugger Chopper Boys in the good old-fashioned orange theme. I don't know if I might change that soon. I might go around and just pick everything that's orange and make it slightly different. Who knows? I also have two here, which are, one of them is like a spanner, or just like a standard mech, and this guy is also the same. A converted custom Mega Slugger and a kill saw for fun. I do have another guy, which we'll go over at the end, that is, technically speaking, illegally armed. Here is an attack squig, which I made from this bit here. So all I did was clip the arm off, and I made some milliput, which you probably tell here where the hand is. Made some milliput on there and scraped some lines into it. But I think it looks alright for an attack squig, a cheap little attack squig. When you get with a Gretchen squad, especially if you're not arming the runt herder with the attack squig. We have my conversion, which I made ages ago on my, not primary psychic, because that's not it. My, what do you call him? Weird boy. Yeah, basically. With his Necron weapon from the destroyers. And yeah, pretty much. It's a conversion I made many moons ago. So that's him. We've got the good old-fashioned War Boss. Again from the Battle for Vedros kit, but he's also from the Assault on Black Reach kit. So not so shabby in that respect. So now we'll have a quick look at the war track, just for fun. So technically this is in the index, so you can still use it, but it's probably coming to the end of its life, to be honest. So I don't know what to do, whether to just rip the boy off there and maybe try and jam a bolt gun or something in his hands so I'd have a bit more shooter boys. Make him into a Slugger Chopper Boy. I'm sure I've got the bits kicking about. And then maybe, well, in fact, I could rip him off this guy that's at the front. What I'll do is I'll talk in a sec at the end of the video what I'm going to do when we also review the other models. So that's that guy right there. We also have, a bit of a gentle with this. This is the Death Copter. We'll pop him here. Have a little look, lift him up, see if he doesn't die. This was actually magnetized on here, so you can do that if you want. You can just take it off for storage, but it basically plops on, or it should. Boom, there we go. Yes, there's just a Death Copter. I had 4, I think, originally. So I had a red missiles, white missiles, black missiles, and I can't remember what the other one was. Maybe I had 3. It's been a while. It's a really simple paint job on these as ever, as I like to do. So that is the Death Copter. Always fun. Fun little model. I have a unit of tank busters, except I need one more rocket launcher, to be honest, to at least be a minimum squad. So technically this is an illegal unit, but I can just chuck a big shooter in there from this squad and just do it as it counts as, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. So this is, again, the remnants of the squad which was left over. I don't have the original conversion Mega Knob, good gosh, tank buster knob, but that one basically does the job. He's got a rocket launcher on him. Could remove the shooter, but I think it looks cool like that, to be honest, and it's passable. Everyone can see that he's a knob, and everyone can see that he's got a rocket launcher, so that's all that really matters. We've also got the Mega Knobs that I made from Milliput, cloning them. I have got, which we'll go over in a second, an extra guy So these aren't, I ain't touched painting since the last video. I have not touched these guys. So I do need to sort something out with the face. I'm not sure what to do exactly, but pretty much got 4 Mega Knobs really cheap, which is cool. So that is a unit of Mega Knobs, which I've got in the squad, in the unit. I also have, as I said, so what we'll do is we'll have a look at the other models that are the exceptions to the rules. So here is the other one, which is basically just being primed. That's all that's happened, nothing else. So again, I've got a converted power claw from the truck ramp bits. So that one can go there. So I've technically got 5, and I've got a 6th one, unless I clone any more, of just a metal one. I also have an extra knob with rocket launchers, because who can't have enough rocket launchers? So I could swap him out for this guy and put him in there if I wanted to. So, you know, maybe I'll put him over here for the minute, since he's got a rocket launcher. I also have an Ork boy, which my eldest painted. We haven't revisited it, but it's pretty decent, to be honest. I think it's all right. You know, it's pretty much up to my standard, which is the best bit. So pop this one back over here. So I've technically got, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 boys and a big shooter, obviously with a power claw knob in there. So this one is the illegal model, which I'm going to talk about now. Boom! I believe the looter or the mech boy, I believe, can't have a slugger chopper, basically. So I could just use him as an extra boy, and maybe lop that bit off. I could swap some arms off and maybe make him into a shooter boy again, which could be cool. And the last, technically illegal, but it's converted. I say illegal as in it's not the proper model, but it was a conversion I did a while ago. You might already remember, just by thinking about it. If you're a previous viewer, we'll have a little look now. It is my grot tank, which I made from the Scorcher, which was super simple to do. The only thing I did different was I put the flamer from a guardsman onto the back, since he's got what looks like a Scorcher on there. And there were some extra bits from Ramshackle Games, which I put there. So it looks like it's armoured at least at the front, because there was a gap in between. And basically put a Gretchen with a bent stick bomb poking out the top, which was really easy to do. And I like the conversion. And I'm thinking that I'll do the same, or roughly the same, with this guy. So the problem I have with this is it doesn't come with an inbuilt turret. The Scorcher does, so if you've got a ton of Scorchers kicking about, you can make them into little grot tanks, which are not size comparatively accurate. I think a grot tank is probably about that big and maybe about that wide. I could be wrong, but I could fashion some form of turret, I think, whether it's making it out of some form of plasticard or using the Ramshackle Games bits that I've got left over from other things. I've definitely got a lot of guns and stuff from there, which is cool. One of the cool things that they do. Yeah, I feel like I probably am going to rip it off and attempt to do a conversion, but it still means I would need to have at least another 2. If this goes well, I still need another 2 to have a unit of grot tanks. But it could be cool. It could be cool. So this is the remainder of the force that I do have. I'll see if I can do a physical zoom by actually moving the camera backwards. But this is the full force that I've got left over from getting rid of the Orks, mainly because the kids can use them when they want to play either against me or each other. Yeah, so obviously, like anything, do we ever really quit an army? Do we ever get, you know, it's kind of like, I shouldn't get any more, but I feel like I want more shooter boys, and I want to at least make maybe some grot tank conversions, which could be cool. I also intend, you might have seen it in another video, to play with the Orks again, but using the open play rules for the, what's it called? There's the looted wagons, the buggies, and the Excuse me. Also the Battle Fortress, is it? I've already done a video on that, so I don't know if it's going to come up in a link, but it might have already done. But check it out if you haven't already, and I think it's just a really cool way of using models you may already have as an extra part of an army. So I could basically put my Baneblade right at the back, all my Leman Russes, and my Chimeras for transport. Gretchen in a Chimera, that'd be hilarious. Effectively in a Chimera, but they'd actually have shooters, which is... Anyway, so going off on a massive tangent, principally this is the remainder of the force. I've got 2 HQs, 3 lots of troops, at least 1 heavy, 2 fast attack, at least another elite's choice, and maybe I've got more elites anyway. But principally speaking, it's a decent force considering I sold all of my orcs previously. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let me know what you think I should do, maybe with the Mega Knobs, with the faces. Maybe I'll just go over them again. Who knows? Yeah, let me know what you think. I'll put it in the comments down below. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Thank you. As I said in the intro, we're going to be looking at my current Ork army. Before we begin, if you haven't seen, no, delete.